As we all await the verdict in the New York fraud trial that is, of course, expected to be handed down today, Donald Trump is freaking out, and he's been freaking out for several days. In fact, he's been freaking out to the point where he has once again created an alternative reality safe space so that he doesn't actually have to deal with the problems that he's facing. On Wednesday, on Truth Social, Donald Trump got on his social media site and posted a lie-filled rant to, I guess, make himself feel a little better about the prospect of losing everything in his life. Here is what Donald Trump told supporters. We've already won the no jury allowed Engoron case in the appellate division. Statute of limitations and Ivanka release from the corrupt attorney general litigation. Judge Engoron has been overturned 4 times in this case. Wow, a record, he says. Before I continue, let's go ahead and debunk all of the stupid things he just said. First and foremost, you did not win at the appellate division. I don't know why you continue to say that, but that's literally a thing that never happened. The only thing the appellate division said was that they were not going to force you to stop doing all your business as the trial went on. That is something that the prosecution had wanted. They said, hey, can he not do any business while the trial's going? And the appellate court said, no, you can't do that. But we will give you a court-appointed monitor to make sure he doesn't do anything bad. That's what happened at the appellate division, and that's so far the only thing that's happened at the appellate division. Other than, of course, the appellate court upholding the gag order against him. So you haven't won 4 times against Engoron. That's not a thing that happened. In terms of the statute of limitations, the statute of limitations was in fact suspended while you were president of the United States. So that's also not an issue. That, of course, has been upheld by the courts. So you're not winning. You didn't win. You've got nothing, and you're going to be screwed when the verdict comes down. He then continued. No victims, no damages, a never used statute. It's been used plenty of times, by the way. Unconstitutional gag order. Fully constitutional, by the way. Happy banks and insurance companies all made lots of money. No complaints. Fully discredited star witness who admitted to lying on the stand. No case. That never happened. In fact, it was their witness, Alan Weisselberg, who is now in trouble for possibly lying on the stand. A Biden-directed political witch hunt for the purpose of election interference. Violent crime at all-time high. Irrelevant. As businesses flee New York in record numbers. I paid over $300 million in taxes during dates and questions, but they stupidly want me gone. MAGA. Businesses are leaving New York, although not enough to really make a dent, but they're leaving to go to states where they don't have to pay state income taxes. Has nothing to do with crime in New York, which is actually not at an all-time high. Biden has no direction over what the state of New York does. He has no jurisdiction there. Neither does the Department of Justice. And of course, you say no victims and no damages. That's also not true. Because the banks actually lost out on millions and millions of dollars by charging you a lower interest rate than what you should have been charged because you lied to them about how many assets you had. If you'd been honest, you probably still would have gotten the loans. You just would have had to pay a higher interest rate. So the banks would have made more money. Therefore, they are a victim and there were damages. That was revealed, of course, during the trial. So every point he made here, we have debunked. But he posted this because he's freaking out. He posted this because it takes him into, as I call it, that little safe space, alternate reality, where the real world out there can't hurt him anymore. He's so protected in here. It is a coping mechanism. It's also a mechanism to basically convince his base that he did nothing wrong. But they're going to find out pretty quick when that ruling comes down. Not only did he screw up massively, but he might be left with absolutely nothing.